Okay, so I'm going to walk you through the whole process now. You can see the software that we've got here. This is our Design a Digital Case, Fast Design. Obviously, I'm going to block off patient information, but this is the one that just came through. We're going to pull this puppy up. I'm going to take you through the process of designing a biocopy or a restoration copy design. So, Digital RX incomplete. Here's the crown. We're going to select the material, Bruxer now. Shade is an A2 block. That's out of the way. I'm going to hit Save and Design. It'll generate the initial models for me. And this will probably propose a margin, and what I'll need to do is I'll need to design it, or do the margin, and then I need to take it back to the restoration copy design up here. So it's computing the margin AI, and here's where you get to see if you've got a good prep or a bad prep. Generally, I try to make the nice, smoothest preps possible. So you can see we got a little bit of disturbed area, some roughness there. If it's really minor, I just ignore it. If there are big divots, I'll tend to try to smooth that using this tool over here, the scan repair tool. But let's get the margins fixed up. So since I prepped the tooth, usually the doc is the best one, or the person who prepped the tooth, I should say, is the best person to actually outline the margin. Sometimes, even with a high resolution scanner like we have, sometimes we'll end up with a little bit of difficulty getting a clear margin. So yes, use some cord if you like to get a nice clear margin. Also, you can use a laser or electrosurge. I find just using a little viscostat, making sure the margin's nice and dry, tends to solve the issues for me most of the time. I learned early on in my digital design career that when in doubt, take it out. You'd rather have a margin that's a little too wide than a little too narrow. So I'm going to make that just a little bit wider here. I know we may be slightly outside the margin in a couple of places, but if you're ever in doubt, take it out. Okay, we're going to check our path of insertion. Occlusal looks good, buccal looks pretty good. I'm going to move that just a smidge, and then we're going to hit Design. Now it'll give me a Crown AI proposal, and then I'm going to change it. So I'll change it right here from Crown AI to Restoration Copy. And that allows me then to copy her current shape so that it fits into her retainer and night guard. So here we have a Crown AI design, you see. We're going to change this to copy restorative side anatomy. So this is what the tooth will look like beforehand. And you can see the software has already outlined how much it suggests that we copy. Yes, there's a little bit of unevenness there, so I am going to adjust the inside of her prosthesis a little bit, but I'm going to leave that alone. So I'm going to hit Apply. What it'll do is it'll give me a proposal based on that. And then I'll edit the contacts like we normally do. You can see it's a little too thin here. We've got some thinness there. So I'm going to fix my contacts. I'm going to edit the mesial, create a little broader contact there. That one's okay. Let's check the distal. Same thing here. Let's make that a little bit wider. There we go. Okay, we're going to hit Fix Contacts, and what it's going to do is fix all those areas as well as the occlusion. So you see it took the occlusion down and it brought that up. So theoretically, if I were to just hit Mill right now, there's a good chance it would fit just fine into the prosthetic she's already wearing, the night guard. But I'm going to turn on the pre-treatment scan and look. So this is obviously much wider here, and so is this. That's a little bit shallower there as opposed to how deep it was. So I'm actually going to remove some of that. So let's use one of our tools here. If I can go back there and get it to stay. So this tool basically is like your waxing tool. You're going to draw in and out if you'd like. You can add to and remove, and you can see the software calculating and adjusting. So I'm just clicking and dragging in these areas. And then I'll go back with a smooth tool and smooth. You can see that red is the minimal thickness that the computer is asking for. So I'm going to pull that back in. So let's add just a smidge. Usually it doesn't take much. I mean, 20 microns of positive contact pressure is a lot, especially when you're dealing with zirconia. It really is a lot. So let's turn on our jaw again. I may actually increase that a little bit. Got to be careful though, I don't want to increase the tightness on the prosthetic. Okay, a little final smooth on that little lump. And then let's see what it's going to look like in the block. So at this point, if I wanted to, I could change. If it was an option, that is, but I can't, so I won't. So here is our nesting. You can see what the restoration is going to look like. We didn't get any errors. I thought we might run into a height issue, but we're not. So let's send that puppy off to milling.